Hello, Facebook. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I want to welcome you to Raising a Mogul TV. And I'm so excited to yet again come to you with another amazingly dope speaker that you can expect to hear from at the Raising a Mogul Family Business Summit, which is going down in Hotlanta, June 27th through June 30th. Yes, this week. Yes, this week. And yes, we're still coming to you live talking about all the things that you can expect. So let me talk to you a little bit about today's guest. Today's guest is Miss Tiana Patrice, and she is amazing, captivating, to say the very least. She is a 3-time best-selling author, a transformational global speaker, and trainer. So listen to this. She is deeply passionate about supporting personal leadership and entrepreneurial development of leaders all across the world. She is a 3-time best-selling author. She's a mom, and she is coming to Raising a Mogul Family Business Summit to talk to us about fearless parenting and leadership, and a leader she is totally and completely. And we're going to talk about that. So, hey, Tiana.
Hey, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited. Thank you for saying yes. First of all, one, to just being an amazing speaker at the summit and to pouring into my community. I appreciate you so much. And 2, for carving some time out into your schedule this week, because I know you're all over the place. You're super busy. And for doing this live for me today.
You are so welcome. Listen, there's nowhere else I'd rather be right now than here with you. I'm just so grateful that you even opened your platform, for me to be able to come and pour into your audience on fearless parenting and leadership. So I'm so stoked about it. Coming to Atlanta this week to get some hugs and love from you and be able to pour into your audience. So I'm excited.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. So listen, you guys don't know this. So I know my community is watching. Hello, everyone that's watching. Make sure you're not just watching and listening in, that you've also already shared this video out. I know you know some parents that need to, get the goods and some nuggets on fearless parenting and leadership. We all do. We all need to be reminded how fearless we are and amazing we are. And Tiana Patrice is here to do just that. So share this video out. Remember, sharing is caring. Tag a parent, invite some friends. Let's get the party started. So you guys don't know this, but I met Miss Tiana Patrice. How has it been? Like 3 or 4 years?
It's been like years.
Yeah, it's been a while ago. It's been a while. And we actually met when she came here to Buffalo, New York to do a conference that was dynamic and amazing. And we connected. We connected right away. She helped me. She supported me through a moment that I was having in my life. So listen, Tiana, I promised my people that I would only bring speakers to the summit or trainers and amazing CEOs and entrepreneurs to the summit that I personally had an experience with, that I could personally vouch for, and that I knew that your procedures and the things that you walk the walk. You weren't just a talker, you actually did, and you implemented and you took action on the things that you show up, how you show up in the real world. And she is that person. Like, she literally, all the things that she's going to be pouring into you guys, talking to us about at the summit, she helped me as well. So that's why she's here. That's why, let me, let's just make this a real thing. So it's absolutely a real thing. So Tiana, tell us what they can expect from you at the Raising a Mogul Family Business Summit.
I'm just so excited, to be able to come and pour. I love and live speaking and training. I love what I do. When you all are at this experience, it's very interactive. I want you to talk back to me. But one of the things is I want to leave you with is how to be able to go and continue to raise fearless mogul leaders in your households, in the community, to be able to take these tangible steps that I'm going to give you. I do not believe on hitting a stage and just there to inspire. You can get inspiration from anywhere. We aren't coming to this mobile conference to just be inspired. We're coming to be able to take action and to leave with tangible things that you can work on right away, right? And take action on. And so that's what you can expect from me. So make sure that you come with your notepads and your pens. You're ready to get coaching. I tell people that I start off speaking, then I end off coaching. And listen, you never know how it's going to move when I hit the stage, and you don't want to miss an opportunity, right? So make sure that you're bringing your pens, your notepads. I've heard before, note takers are money makers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, coming to this conference to just being inspired. We're coming to be able to take our businesses, our lives, our families to the next level. And so I'm really excited to be able to help you all continue to grow with raising your fearless moguls, right? And being able to create moguls that aren't just, out here building businesses, but they are leaders in the community.
Absolutely. And that is completely our goal. That's like the whole purpose of the summit. So you guys, Tiana clearly gets it. And when she says that she is a teacher, a leader, a coach, all that happens. Like you're going to experience that whole situation while she's on. So, and the other thing I need to let you guys know, you see how cute and gorgeous and beautiful she is right here, showing up with a fly hat, right? She's like this big. So she's a huge personality. She's super dynamic and captivating, and like the smallest, most fierce package, right? So like that's the first thing you're gonna notice. You'll be like, "What's she got to talk about?" This little lady.
Exactly That's exactly what happens. And what's so funny is that a lot of times, especially now that I've gone natural, a lot of my pictures had my short, tapered, look. So I would be sitting in audiences, sitting right beside people, and they wouldn't know that I was the speaker. And I'd just be sitting there at the table. We'd be eating lunch together. And then they go, all right. And so now we're ready for our keynote, or we're ready for our speaker. I'll say, all right, guys, well, wish me luck. And they'll be like, wait a minute, wait, what?
Get ready. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Get ready. And here's the thing. So Thursday, we start in the evening. We're kicking off the summit Thursday evening. But Friday, we are opening with a huge bang. And that huge bang is Miss Tiana Patrice. Like she is setting the tone of the weekend, Because the thing about it is, and I was strategic with this. For one, because I know that you can carry a room. And the other thing is that this whole idea of being fearless in our parenting and our leadership, I feel like that seed needs to be planted before we move forward with anything else that we're going to do during the weekend. So Tiana, you've built a brand around this whole idea of being fearless. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. And you all can, what we're doing right now too, is we're starting to build the social for the fearless experience. So make sure you guys we'll give you that information. And so when I go into organizations and I start talking about this whole thing about being fearless, right? I make sure that we are having a different type of conversation. So most times when you hear people talking fearless, they're like, face the fear and rise, feel the fear and do it anyways. Okay, that's cute, but we ain't got time for that, okay? What we have to do is it's time for us to be able to get to the root of our fear and clip that root, because if not, it's going to continue to manifest in our legacies and our generations to come. And so we talk about fearless parenting. One of the things specifically we are going to talk about is not raising our children in ways that and from situations where we came from, where we would begin to raise our children with our fears, right? So because you were afraid to be able to step out on faith and do this, then you manifest that into your children, right? In certain ways. So how do we find our fear, clip it, trust this journey and this process? So because our children are totally different than who we are, right?
Totally.
And I use this example, and this may seem so simple to you all, but my daughter is a total earth baby. So if you follow me, listen, you get your weekly dose of the adventures of Chloe Lee. Listen, that girl. And,
I love her.
Okay? She's a total earth baby. She loves bugs. She goes out in her tutu and she digs for worms. And that is the total opposite of me. Okay? Do not put me in nobody's dirt. I don't do butterflies and ladybugs, okay? That's her mom. But Chloe does it all, centipedes. And I don't know if you saw the other day, I found a snail on my car. And I said, I'll set it on the table just for her to see. Well, now we have a pet snail in our home called Mr. Sneaky. See, you get what I'm saying? So, but because of my fear of bugs, right? I could have easily passed that fear on to her. And because of that, messed up a generation of, I don't know, future scientists and future, you get what I'm saying? Because of my fear. And that may seem something so simple to you all, but because we tend to pass our fears along to our children, we're beginning to put roadblocks up for them in regards to the things that there is a part of their destiny and what's to come. So when I come in and talk about fear, it's not about facing the fear. It's not about facing the fear and just doing it anyway. It's just like, no, let me acknowledge that fear. I'm a hot mess and a half. I don't need to be out here 31 running from butterflies. Let me fix that. Let me cut that root. Okay, I remember when I was 5 and that happened to me. I got to deal with that because I can't pass that along to my child.
I am dying right now. Well, right? The visual of you running from butterflies is just
right? Listen,
But
right?
listen, sometimes we don't even know where this stuff comes from,
Yes.
but we respond to it and we move in it anyways, just thinking that's just the way I am. That's just the way I am. My kids are gonna be just like me. That's just the way we are. We
Listen,
are.
right. And so
Okay?
that is exactly what, and that's so great that you brought that up, right? Because a lot of times we do that, and we do that to our children, or we do that to people around. That's just the way she is. Well, honey, that curse got to stop here. We're going to go ahead
That's
and
it.
clip it right now, because that's who the way I was. And let me tell you about the opportunities and things that I missed out on. I'm not going to let that happen to Chloe and Deja. I can't. They can't afford it. You get what I'm
Yes,
saying? And
I
so
get it.
when we talk about fearless, I describe fearless as a verb. You know, it's like Nike, just do it. It's a verb. It's what you do. It's an action. So how is fearless a verb? It's because I'm making the conscious choice to fear less every single day. So even afraid, yes, I'm going to rise, but before I can rise, I got to acknowledge first that I'm afraid. And that's the conversation that we're not having. So when we talk about the fearless experience, we go in and we have real conversations about fear. Girl, no, you were not overqualified for that job. You didn't apply because you were afraid of rejection. Let's get real, right?
Let's get real.
And so that's the only way that we can be able to move forward in our fearlessness is when we're real with ourselves.
Listen, I'm excited. Hashtag fearless. Please, people, I need to see the hashtags. I need to know that you guys are getting this and that you understand this and that you're ready to grow from this. Okay? Because listen, Miss Tiana Patrice is not playing. And the best part about connecting with amazing people and having amazing people standing, or just let's just say having other humans stand in front of you and share their experience when we're in the position to absolutely learn from their experience, is when those people have actually grown from that experience. You know what I'm saying? Like when you meet people and you connect to people and you want to, and those people pour into you, we want to know that you've actually worked on this thing in you, that this is something that you overcome. And so that way we can really take heed and be like, you know what, if she did it, I can do it. And what she's talking about, this is actually a part of her daily life. There's nothing worse than listening to people and having people parade across the stage and they don't even know what it's like. You know, it's like, oh, they say, it's like, no. What do you say? What have you experienced? You coming from with this thing? So I'm just so excited for our parents to connect with you, for them to better understand what this whole fearless journey, this fearless movement is all about, and how they can implement and take action on this in their daily lives, so that we can just break the cycle. We can start breaking the cycle, start, destroying these things that we have told ourselves, that we've listened to, and that we've implanted into our families that really have no place there, because we don't even know why. We don't even know why,
That's good. Yeah, that's so good. And I believe, like, even on this journey, I've helped my own mother, right, become a better grandmother because of I remember one time, and I can't quite remember the situation, but there was something Chloe's doing and she immediately just said, stop. And I said, tell me more. Why? And she's like, I don't know, because I don't know, right? I said, why? Why are we telling her to stop? She's not bothering anybody. She's not doing anything. This is an opportunity for her to be able to learn and grow, because we parent from our fears. And so what we have to understand is we got to deal with us so that we can become better parents. So I'm really excited to be able to bring this and many more stories. Y'all listen, I am a storyteller. I love telling stories. So if y'all are ready to laugh and get some of these notes of the adventures of Chloe Lee in my daily life. And I think a lot of times, right? She said, I think if this, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right? So I think a lot of times as parents, we put so much pressure on ourselves. I remember just this week, I woke up and I said, you know what? I feel like I'm really acing this parenting thing. And then the week before, I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I am definitely failing this.
I love it. It's a daily struggle.
It's a daily struggle. There is no perfect, way to parenting, and it's interesting because years ago I said I was going to write a book that was like the easiest way to mess up parenting. And the easiest way to mess up parenting is to try to be perfect, to try to do it. Find your space in your parenting and work that thing, but making sure that you're not parenting from your fear, but truly learning your child. And what's interesting is just like from your newborn, like you get that newborn and you're like, oh my God, that baby's finally sleeping. And then what happens? Teething starts and growth spurts hit. And your kids are having this every single day. You know, like every time I think me and Chloe are on this, like, girl, we good. Like, I know you, right? Something happens. I'm like, I wake up and go, who are you, kid? And then I have to relearn. And so we have to give ourselves grace to, cause just like us, I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm not the same person I was. We're evolution. We're growing. We're growing in our spiritual journeys. We're growing. And so just to give ourselves that grace to make sure that we're knowing our children, we're knowing their love language. How many of us are really studying our child in their love language? Chloe years ago wasn't a hugger, and now she's a hugger. And so I don't come from that background of being a hugger. So now it's a learning month. Yep, see? Yep. So now
I was helping you, girl.
I know. I'm just like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, we're hugging. Okay, yeah. But she's like now this like, mommy, how are you? I just need a hug. And I'm like, you do? You need a hug now? And so now that teaches me to be present in that moment and just stop and give her a hug, because I'm not in her brain. So I don't know why she needs that hug in that moment. And then she'll be off and I may not see it. I'll be like, Chloe, I didn't see you all day. Where you been? Where you been? You just needed that 5 seconds, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Listen, this is critical information. It's critical information, and it's really just what we're saying is, you got to slow down. We have to slow down. We have to pay attention. And I talk about this all the time when we talk about supporting our children on their entrepreneurial journey, or even just identifying their gifts, their talents, their skill set, or whatever their heart desires or is calling for. We can't do that if we're moving too fast. We can't do that if we're overthinking everything. We can't do that if we already assume that we understand what they're going to say, how they feel, and what experience they already had today. You know what I mean? And so many of us do that because that's what was done to us. Yeah. You know, so that's basically what we're talking about. We need to just do this thing in a different way and be okay with it showing up in a different way, and be okay with the fact that we don't know what the heck we're doing. You know, most days it's like, okay, well, today's a different day. She doesn't want to wear red shoes. Okay, well, that's not his favorite word anymore today. He no longer likes peas. Yesterday, oh, you love marshmallows. I hate marshmallows. Okay, it's Tuesday. We hate marshmallows.
Okay, we hate marshmallows today.
You know? I had to learn how to be flexible in my parenting. And that was the one, everything you're saying is like, I literally had to, and the thing about it is when you have several children, you're doing this exercise we're talking about, this experience, this activity, this fearless parenting. You're doing it with each child differently. So now add that into the mix. You know what I mean? But it's absolutely possible, and it's totally, totally necessary. Yeah. They're individuals, and they need to know that they can trust you to build a different ecosystem or experience with each child individually because you love them that much.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but here we are making it happen every day. And those of us that don't have the answers, we're connecting ourselves to people that do.
That's it. That's really good. You know, staying connected. You know, a lot of times we make excuses of why, well, I don't know the answer, so I'm just not going to worry about that. No, you can figure out everything with God and Google. Get out there and figure it out and stop.
Hey, hashtag God and Google.
Somebody. Do what you need to do. And then here we are, and we have this amazing community. You have the Raising a Mogul community online. You now have the conference. Like, there's no excuse. Get out there, collaborate, connect, work. I like to use the word connect, work, because you're connecting and building relationships with people and find the answers that you need. And a lot of people, they're afraid to do that, but it's important to be able to get out there and utilize your relationships that you're building and teach your children to be able to do that as well, especially in this technology-driven world. We cannot keep our kids from knowing how to build relationships in person.
That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. So now listen, you open the door to the idea of connecting and working. So can you tell us about this amazing milestone, like shattering experience that you this thing that just happened in your life with your co-working space? Tell us how.
So we're really excited. So we opened the doors. We're going into a year. Actually, I will be celebrating my 5-year boss anniversary with you all. So on June 27th, which is Thursday, will be my 5-year boss anniversary. So this time last year, we announced the construction of Women's CEO Alliance co-working space, which we are sitting in right now. And I'm going to just show you all just a little bit. It's quiet in here right now. We just had some people leave out. But so this space is designed for professional women and leaders and creatives and entrepreneurs to be able to come in and grow their business outside, to grow their business. So we're a little bit different than your traditional co-working space where you just kind of come in, sit down and work. We foster collaboration and community. So we teach a lot of workshops inside of here. So we're looking for additional workshop leaders as well. I'm looking at you too. I'm gonna need you to come in here and teach my folks. But so we try to host at least 8 workshops a month on branding, leadership, mommyhood, connecting, networking, accounting, anything that has to do with leadership and growing a business. And that's what we do here. We're going into our first year open, so we're really excited about that. And our goal in our second year is to be able to pick up our model and start to put it in other communities and take it global.
Amazing. So tell me, so I understand that there were like some records broken with this. So are you the first?
We are the first and only female-focused co-working and business lounge in the state of Alabama. So while we are female-focused, we are anti-men, so men can come in and use the space as well. And we also create this thing called Allies of the Alliance, where we get our our corporate sponsors and things of that nature. However, we let people know, listen, we're not being illegal over here. We're female-focused, but we are not anti-men, and we are the only female-focused space in the state of Alabama.
I love it. Congratulations on your 5 years. Congratulations on this 1 year. Just congratulations on it all. And you talk about being fearless. Like that was a huge undertaking. You guys, if you go back on her Facebook page, you'll see her with her pink hard hat in the middle of all the construction and like bossing everybody and letting everybody know like this is where I want it. And no. It was just a great experience, a great journey to watch. Yeah. And for it to all come together into such a beautiful space, and you can look at some of the events that she's had. It's just amazing. And in fact, Miss Tiana Patrice is going to be my mentor when I open the very first and only Young Mogo co-working space.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. I can't wait. So we're going to talk about that really, really soon.
Yes, we are.
In Buffalo, correct?
Yes, it will be.
I'm excited. I can't wait. Girl, listen, we got the blueprint. And I promise you, when we talk about being fearless, don't think that just because, we have this movement about being fearless, that we're always fearless or we're always, unafraid. No, listen, I have fear every single day. But what I realize is that my assignment is bigger than my fear. The people that I'm connected to are bigger than my fear. The people that are connected to my assignment to get closer to their destiny is bigger than my fear. There are days that I would want to get out of bed. There's days that my fear tie up my shoestrings, but I still have to walk in faith. Mm-hmm. There are days where I don't want to walk in those doors, but I have to do it anyways. And we have to trust the process. I don't always understand. There are things that I don't know. Again, God and Google, I hear a lot more no's than yeses, but you still have to be able to keep pushing. And so especially for those of you and you're so sensitive about your child's brand, I can get that. I definitely understand. But for those of you that are walking through those doors and you're hearing no after no after no, know that the yes is coming, but you're going to have to keep pushing. And also, when we talk about fearless parenting, watch how you react to certain situations in front of your children, because they're watching you and you're teaching them how to react in those boardrooms in the future when they're having these conversations on their own.
Listen, I need you to just stop it. I need you to stop. I need y'all listen, okay? Y'all have to wait till Friday. That's what's happening. This is going down on Friday because today is Monday and I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. And so I cannot be running around my house screaming, getting all excited about this whole.
That's what happened with all of us the first time we met. We was at, Lord.
Listen, when you talk about tears, hugs, that's why she's like, I wasn't a hugger. I'm like, when? Before you met me? When? As you can see very clearly that we are playing no games with the Raising a Mogul Family Business Summit. Miss Tiana Patrice is going to light a fire underneath all around you. And if you don't move, if you don't take action, if you don't start to manifest all this goodness and amazing things that can happen in not only your brand, but also your child's brand and just in our lives in general, there's something going on. There's something going on. So Tiana, I want to thank you. Please, before we end this, tell everybody once again about the Women CEO Alliance, how they can follow you, where they can follow you,
Absolutely.
all the information and about anything else that you have coming up that they need to be a part of.
Absolutely. So one of the great things, we have Women CEO Alliance. Please follow us on social media at Women CEO Alliance. We're very, very easy to find. We're getting ready to focus on our, in a sense, not a rebrand, but we're getting ready to relaunch in a sense because it's after our first year. I will be going on a 90-day tour, touring different women's organizations throughout the state of Alabama or wherever anyone wants to bring me in from, really building this, the focus on female entrepreneurship all over the world. So we're really excited to announce that as well. So follow me at Women CEO Alliance. Another thing that I'm really excited about is the Fearless Experience. Y'all, listen, go follow the Fearless Experience on Instagram and Facebook. We just launched it last week. So we're reintroducing all of our Dear Fear authors because we have Dear Fear book. We have over 50 published authors. We are playing no games when it comes to this assignment of liberating fear from women, teens, and men. So we're really excited. So y'all definitely follow me in those two places and stay tuned because we have some major announcements that we're going to be announcing actually starting on Thursday, and you don't want to miss it. So excited.
Listen, it's on. And I am so excited for every single thing that you're doing. I'm just honored that to be able to call you my friend and to know that we are connected and that we are helping people live fearlessly together. I'm so excited about our brands coming together so that way you can come to the Raising a Mogul Family Business Summit and set some people free. Let them know.
Right. Y'all better be ready to be free, honey. We ain't got time for chains up in the Raising a Mogul Summit. So y'all come on, get your pens and your paper. Let's do this. Listen, like, let me tell you. So I did see on my schedule that I was speaking at, I think, 9:30, but I didn't realize that I was opening the conference. So she dropped that bomb on me. So now listen, y'all know it's about to be on for real now. So make sure you're ready. And I'm super excited. I can't wait to see y'all.
We can't wait to see you.
Y'all know me. Y'all see my curls now, so I can't just sneak in and just sit down. So
no, there will be no sneaking. They're gonna be like, "Hey, Tiana."
Right, and come on, I'll give y'all some hugs too. I'm a hugger now.
Officially, thanks to Miss Chloe. All right, guys. So you have heard it here first. Listen, if you didn't know Miss Tiana Patrice, now you do. Now you know what to expect. Now you know why you need to be in your seat at the Raising a Mogul Family Business Summit starting on June 27th, all the way through the 30th. We are going to light the weekend on fire. It is going to be amazing. And remember, this has never been done before. We are not taking any shorts. We're playing no games, and you will not be disappointed. So thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to share this video, tag another parent that needs to understand, that needs to learn a little bit more about living fearless in their parenting and also in their leadership, because it's something that we all need to do, and it's going to only take us higher. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching and listening. See you all soon. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.